So what I'm going to do now is show you how to graph complex numbers on what we call an Argand diagram. Now it looks very similar to the Cartesian plane that you're used to, but there's just one minor change. So the x-axis, which runs on the bottom here, sorry, the horizontal axis, we refer to that as the real part of your complex number. Real part of z, and this up here is your imaginary part of z. So if we have a look at the first complex number z, which is 2 plus I, this is your real part, and this is your imaginary part. So the real part, if you come 2 across, 1, 2 over to here, the imaginary part is only 1. So it comes up 1 unit, and we put a dot there. Now that point there is a representation on the Argand diagram of the complex number z. Let's plot minus 1 plus 3i. So the real part we notice is minus 1. So on the real axis we move left to minus 1, and we move up 3 because the imaginary part is 3i. So that number there tells us where to come up. So we go 1, 2, 3, and we put a dot. Now that's w. Now we can do a couple things with these complex numbers. So let's say we wanted to add z plus w. So z is 2 plus I, and we want to add to that minus 1 plus 3i. Now, probably didn't need to put this in brackets. It's just that sometimes you might need to distribute a negative across it, so it's important to make sure you do that properly. So if I group this together, this becomes a minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. This I plus that 3i becomes a 4i. So I can plot that as 1 across, 4 up, and that is z plus w. And alternatively, if we wanted to do z minus w, we go 2 plus I minus 1 plus 3i. This is where putting that in brackets is important, so you distribute that negative across it. So 2 plus I plus 1 minus 3i gives you 3 minus 2i. Where's 3 minus 2i? 3 across, 2 down. That point there would be z minus w. A couple other things about graphing is if it's purely real, for example, if you have to graph the complex number z equals 4. It doesn't look like a complex number because it's only got a real part. It just so happens the imaginary part is a 0. We just put a dot at 4, so 1, 2, 3, that would be there. Alternatively, if it was just minus 2i, we'd come down on the axis and we put a dot where minus 2i is. So that's how you graph complex numbers on an Argand diagram.